G'day guys, my name's Dave Trent and welcome to another GuitarZero2Hero song tutorial. And in today's lesson, I'll be teaching you how to play When We Were Young by Adele. Now for the basics, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and you'll need your capo on the 3rd fret of your guitar. So let's get stuck right into it, and we have the intro that just has 2 lines of chords. The first line is A minor, E minor, F, C/E. Now C/E is just the same as the C chord, except you are permitted to hit that open 6th string. So C/E, and then for the second line of chords we have D minor and then C chord. Now for the first line of chords, each chord is going to be held out for 2 beats, and for the second line of chords, the D minor and the G are held out for 4 beats. The tempo will go something like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now in the intro we don't have any strumming patterns, so we'll just strum each chord once. So the intro will sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 that's it for the intro. Now we get to the verse. You're going to repeat those 2 lines of chords 3 times, and again we don't have any strumming patterns here. So after you've repeated those lines, we're going to play those 2 lines again, except that last line is changed around a tiny bit. Instead of going to the C on that last chord, we go to a G on that last chord, and it's held out for 4 beats. So the last 2 lines of that verse will sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now we get to the pre-chorus, and pre-chorus is easy. There's just 2 lines of chords. The first line is F, G, E minor, then F. And the second line of chords is exactly the same, except our last chord is not F, it's replaced with a G. Now we're going to be implementing a strumming pattern here, and the strumming pattern is nice and easy. It's down, 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 up, and in succession: down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And you'll play each chord for 1 strumming pattern, so the pre-chorus will just sound like this. Now we hit the first chorus and we have 3 lines of chords. The first line is C, E minor, F, and G. And you're going to play each chord for 1 strumming pattern. We're going to continue that strumming pattern that we had in the pre-chorus. You're going to repeat that first line twice, and then we get to the second line of chords. The second line goes A minor, then C/E, then F, and then F minor. So for the F minor, you'll just lift your middle finger up off this F bar chord, and that's F minor. Again, you'll play each chord for 1 strumming pattern, and then for the third line of chords, we have D minor, and then G. Now those chords aren't played for a strumming pattern, they're just strummed once, and held out for 4 beats each. So in total, the first chorus will sound like this: down, 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 down. The second verse is basically almost exactly the same as the first verse. The only difference is that those first 2 lines of chords aren't played back 3 times. It's just once. So you'll play verse 2 as is in the annotation, just 1 line after the other. We will be implementing the strumming pattern here. The first verse didn't have a strumming pattern, and we'll just be playing that down, 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 up. Each chord in the annotation will have a little number above it, and that will just indicate the amount of strumming patterns you need to play for that chord. So the second verse will sound like this: down, 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 down. And then we have another pre-chorus, which is the same as the first one. Then we get into the second chorus. Now the second chorus is almost identical to the first chorus. The only difference we have here is the last line of chords. So we have D minor, G, but then we add on another chord, which is E/G sharp. To play this, you'll take your index finger, put it on the 4th fret relative to the capo on the 6th string. Your pinky will go on the 7th fret of the 5th string relative to the capo, and your ring finger here will hit the 6th fret of the 4th string relative to the capo, of course. So it's just those 3 strings, and that's E/G. So the G in that line of chords is going to be shortened now to 2 beats. The D minor will stay at 4 beats long, and the E/G sharp will be played for 2 beats. So that last line of chords doesn't have a strumming pattern either, so it'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now we get to our bridge, which has 4 lines of chords. So for the first line we'll have A minor and then C/G. Now from this position, all you'll need to do to play a C/G is take your ring finger up off this C chord, leave your other fingers where they are, and put your ring and pinky finger on the 3rd fret relative to the capo on the 6th and 5th string. So this is a C/G chord. And then we're going to go to F and then C/E. Then the second line of chords is D minor, G, and then E/G sharp. Now again, up in the annotations, each chord will have a little number above it, and that will just indicate the amount of times you play that strumming pattern. And the strumming pattern's still the same. It's down, 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 up. Now for those first 2 lines, every chord is just played for 1 strumming pattern except for the D minor, which is played for 2 strumming patterns. Now those first 2 lines of chords are played through twice, and then we get to our 3rd and 4th line of chords, which are almost identical to the first and second. However, we are not playing the E/G sharp at the end. So for the final line of chords, we have D minor and then G. And we'll just end on the G chord. We won't play it for a strumming pattern. We'll just hold on to it for 4 beats. So in total, the bridge will sound like this. Then we get to a pre-chorus, and the chords are exactly the same as the other pre-choruses, except we won't be playing a strumming pattern here. We'll just strum each chord once. Then we have one and last final chorus, which has 4 lines of chords. Our first line of chords is quite familiar. We have C, E minor, F, and G. Now that line of chords is repeated 4 times in this last chorus. Then we go A minor, C/E, F, and G for the second line of chords. Third line of chords is A minor, C/E, F, and then F minor. And our final line of chords is D minor and G. Now I'm going to play through the whole song in its entirety, and I'm going to have a vocal track on top for some context. So feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
Everybody is wild. used to know. You look like a movie. You sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old and made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. I was so scared to face my fears. Nobody told me that you'd be here. And I swear you moved overseas. That's what you said when you left me. You still look like a movie. You still sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. When we were young. When we were young. It's hard to believe that everything just takes me back to when you were there. When you were there. Part of me keeps holding on just in case it lets it go. 'Cause I still care. Do you still care? It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. Oh, I'm so mad I'm getting old. It makes me reckless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song when we were young.
Thanks guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero to pick up my free guitar ebook. If you've enjoyed this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It always means so much to me. Leave your thoughts, comments and questions below and I'll see you next time on GuitarZero2Hero. Cheers.